Did you know Zen Conference has a track fully dedicated to bringing the biggest names in tech to showcase inspiring talks from those driving the future of technology this year?
Nirail, who authored this piece, is one of the speakers. Check out the full impact program here. By the looks of his laptop, Robert Van Els could be mistaken for a secret agent. His screen is an explosion of urgent files, a master control center for managing clandestine operatives. The man of mystery persona is typified by a side-sliding sports car winding through an onslaught of Word docs and JPEG files. Just looking at his desktop can raise your blood pressure. But Van Els is not a secret agent.
He is a mess. Van Els' desktop buffer. In fact, Van Els' LinkedIn profile says he is in the custom-made earplugs business. Apparently, there is no correlation between the mayhem on one's laptop and the adventure in one's life. Anyone can find themselves drowning in desktop clutter, and research suggests this digital detritus costs us time, degrades performance, and kills concentration. Van Els decided he had enough.
He realized if he was going to grow his business, he would have to regain control.
Fewer distractions, more time to focus, he told me. Read How to Declutter Both Your Personal and Professional Life. I first met Van Els at a conference where I presented a talk on getting you unhooked from personal technology. I learned later that Van Els took my presentation to heart.
Over Facebook, he shared his recipe for a minimalist desktop and reported, "I tested the new layout for a month now and the result works great." After inspiring Van Els with my talk, I found he had inspired me as well. I decided to take a look at my own crowded desktop, which, although not quite as explosive as Van Els, certainly needed some tidying up. Here's why clearing your workspace can increase your productivity and the steps I took to achieve laptop zen. The cost of cluttered computer doesn't just look ugly, it is also expensive.
For one, there are cognitive costs. A study by researchers at Princeton University found people perform poorly on cognitive tasks when objects in their field of vision were in disarray as opposed to neatly arranged. The same effect applies to digital environments according to a study published in the academic journal, Behavior and Information Technology.
Unsurprisingly, our brains have a tougher time finding things when they are positioned in a disorganized manner.
Furthermore, extra distractions act as triggers coaxing us to do unimportant tasks, costing us wasted time and focus. Every errant icon, open tab, or unnecessary bookmark serves as a nagging reminder of things left undone or unexplored.
With so many triggers, it is easy to mindlessly click away from the task at hand.
But moving from one thing to another, according to Sophie Leroy at the University of Minnesota, hurts our concentration by leaving what she calls an attention residue. This residue makes it harder to get back on track once we get distracted. Removing unnecessary triggers frees the mind to work on what is really important. And if you still need convincing, there is yet another price you are paying for all that clutter, sluggish computing. Every open tab on your web browser, for example, utilizes your machine's processing and memory resources.
Of course, there are technologies purpose-built to stop unused tabs from sapping resources, but those are band-aids that address the symptom, not the disease. Removing the triggers now that I was certain all those distractions weren't serving me, it was time to implement a clean sweep. First, I dumped everything on my desktop into a folder called Everything. I know, it is not a particularly creative folder name. It felt strange stuffing all those files into one folder, and I wondered if I wasn't just displacing the mess somewhere else. Then I reminded myself the idea was to remove visible distractions that could take me off course. I assured myself that if I needed one of these files, it would be easier to find it using Spotlight, the macOS built-in search feature, rather than hunt for each file one at a time on my desktop. In any case, the files I use every day, like particular Word docs, are more easily opened under the most recent tab anyway. Next, per Van Els' advice, I changed my background photo to a muted boring gray and made the app dock auto hide.
I also found a program called Bartender 2 to organize all the apps running on the menu bar at the top of the screen. Now I start my workday with a blank slate, the color of actual slate. Desktop cleared, I looked. You can read full post on Cryptophans. News, link available in text below.